Okay, we are back from our break. And the party has just landed their dolphin shuttle on the small sea or large lake, however they want to refer to it. Verified that the water is fresh, so they're all good there. And how do you guys want to actually get to the shore? Do you want to use the folding boat, or did you want to have the hilt take you in like as close as you could?
I think we decided on the folding boat.
No, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
All right, folding boat. Okay.
Ockar is going to fly over since I don't think the boat can hold all of us, including the wolf.
Yeah,
Yes,
it can.
It can. The large form can.
Yeah. If you
Okay,
look at the
never
folding
mind.
boat Stats.
Oh,
Is there any river we can go up in the boat to save us a bit of travel?
Not that you saw. At least nothing large enough that this boat could go up.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, as you are closing in on the shore, it does look like a storm passed through recently. The trees are completely, damp, dripping, and everything like that as you're closing in. Also, Yeldan, you notice quite quickly that there don't appear to be any standard deciduous trees. No oaks, no birch. You're seeing like conifers, ginkgos, stuff like that.
And they're all evergreen types?
Mm-hmm. Well, technically some of those can be deciduous, but yeah, for lack of a better term.
What were we doing for our water supply, technically?
I have 2 water skins. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah, because obviously that's going to run out.
Is there snow?
There's no snow here. There's snow
I
up on the
mean, this
mountains.
is a...
Mountain
Higgimus
peaks.
can create water with his ring. So we
He
can
can
so
create
can
Lafdul.
water skin.
I mean, he made
Yeah,
water fall from the sky on you. I don't know where he
I
got
thought
it from.
I thought he pulled it out of the water or something. I didn't realize he literally created water out of the sky.
Oh yeah, it was. I should also mention that Jewel was laughing pretty hard at that.
Oh wait, is Jewel coming with us?
Jewel is coming with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you have to recharge the rings? Do you have to submerge the ring, don't you, or something?
I don't know. So far,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
remember-
submerged it.
No, because last time you were submerged in water, your ring glowed up. That's why you had to get it re-identified.
I think
Maybe-
I think that awakened its powers.
Try
Oh.
dipping your ring back into the water just
It
in case.
probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay, so
so
as
that
as you're closing in on the shore, you're going to do that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's definitely in the water.
Okay. As you do so, the water itself kind of like rippling away from your hand. There's kind of a brief glow. What it did to the water, you don't know, but it rippled away from the water quite quickly, and then the ring stops glowing.
Okay.
Well, I guess that works. Whatever you just did.
It did
I
something.
taste the
What it
water where
did,
his
you don't know.
hand- You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna taste the water where his hand was.
Higgimus, you
It
better
tastes
say what-
like fresh water, exactly as it tasted like before, kind of. I mean,
Okay, it's not
Been
sweet,
disturbed.
well, I mean, the water was fresh before, so.
I was thinking it might have turned it into like a sweet tasting water, but
All I want to know is, on my first day of resting, do I need to change my spells to create food and water?
I
third level
have 2
spells.
water skins.
Yeah, but I
I
know
don't
for
know
the
about
rest
other
of the
people.
party.
You might want to do that to create water for us, since I think each of us
Ah.
only has 1 water skin.
I have
on
2.
the first rest, if we don't find water, I will use create food and water. I will memorize the spells.
Mm.
I'll memorize them
Um,
twice.
So they're evergreens. So that means most of the lower branches of the there's like no lower branches because these are old evergreens, right?
Yeah, they're once you're in the forest, there's a lot of undergrowth, but there aren't a whole lot of low branches. Now, the trees themselves are not smooth barked, so you could definitely climb.
Well, I always think I have to jump up, but
You might try that too.
I was like, how high is the lowest branch?
It varies from tree to tree, really.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try going up in trees and follow the party along in treetops, because basically it's a continuous canopy of trees. So I figured it should be
Yeah, but-
fairly easy to go from branch to branch, tree to tree.
It's still slower than walking, though.
Well, going
Wow.
slower than anyways.
Mm.
The big problem is that while it is pretty dense and stuff like
Noisy.
that, it's going to be noisy. It's also
Is it?
going to be. I mean, I'm going to need you to make regular dexterity checks, and yeah, you've got a pretty good dexterity, but eventually you're going to fail.
Is there
Alright, if it's gonna be noisy and all that, I'll avoid it then.
is there any
I'll just do
Oh.
I'll do like a scouting thing in front of the party because we're going so slow anyways. Should have time.
All right, and Braxon, you're asking?
is there any fallen woods we could check the trees, see if any of them are special trees?
Not right here on the shore.
Right. Because the only thing Braxton's wondering is he's heard of places where they have special wood that's strong.
I mean, you can ask Yeldan what he thinks of the trees.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, that I haven't seen any abnormal looking trees, and they're just mostly
Well-
the only abnormal thing about it is they're all evergreen trees.
Do you have a survival proficiency, correct? For
Yes.
forest? Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah. Me
Oh,
find.
I have a question after.
Nope.
Okay.
That's,
You're not familiar enough with these types of trees. There's enough differences between these and what you're familiar with to not really give you any indication of whether there's anything special about them. Although you can tell enough right now that they're not like the equivalent of ironwood or something like that. So it's not like they're harder. You can tell that much from here. But whether there's
Yeah,
anything else special.
they're not harder types. They're not harder than normal wood. And none of these are going to be harder than oak or anything like that, 'cause they're all softwood trees.
Just because something is called a softwood doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have very hard wood.
No, I know, but
Just FYI. I know because I discovered that a while back. But I mean, there's no. They're not like special ironwood types or something like that. So they
Right.
run the gamut of. From what you can see right now, they run the wood itself runs the gamut of standard types. And Lafdul, you had a question?
Yeah, but I just realised I already had an answer for it.
Okay.
I also have something.
Okay.
Yeldan, if you really want to climb them and you have problems with climbing, and I have spider climb.
that's fine. It's not the type of jungle I was thinking of when looking above it from the ship.
I am telling the party that I'm not taking a lot of combat spells.
I
I
want
mean,
just
I've
one
got
thing.
like 1, 2.
I will test something,
Okay.
some things out on my ring real quick because maybe Leva did have a point there.
Mhm.
I will try walking on the water real quick,
Yeah, you walk right out onto the water, on top of it.
Okay. and that was something it normally did anyway, right? So then I will. I don't know what's something else I can try to do.
So
Okay,
Lafdul
water
again.
Not soak me again. I
I'm not gonna try that.
refused it.
I'll
What
try
do you do
to.
leather?
I will I will try to breathe under the water. Think about breathing underneath the water and stick my head underneath the water. And breathe.
You know I won't be able to
Okay.
resuscitate you.
Yeah, you are able to do so.
Cool.
Oh,
Oh.
All right. And then I'll
Interesting.
pull out and say, all right, it seems to be working still.
Okay. So you fold the boat back up and put it away in your pack. Real quick, Leva, would I be correct in assuming that your spell books are in Higgimus's backpack?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Because you
Yes,
wouldn't be able-
Higgimus, thank you
Oh.
very much for carrying my spell books. I won't say anything that I forgot about.
Did you wrap them up in like an oilcloth or something?
Yeah,
Is that how
sure.
you normally carry them? Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I protect them carefully.
They're pretty heavy, I imagine.
I imagine Lever puts them in nice and delicate. It's like the perfect, like, yeah, they're not going to move around too much. As soon as like Higgimus like puts on his rucksack and starts marching off, they juggle all over the place. It's like, no.
With rose
carry
water,
her.
you know.
Okay. So you do quickly realize that so there's no sunlight. You are in what basically amounts to twilight, if that kind of thing.
Perfect elf. Oh, perfect play for elves normally.
Yeah, I took camouflage just in case we might need it.
Well, it's also, I mean, it's dark. So just FYI, this is going to be applying a combat penalty, -1 to attack rolls and -1 to any saving throws relying on some sort of dodging, i.e., breath weapons, certain spells, that kind of thing.
Is it too
Okay.
dark? Is it dark enough that we would need a light source?
No, it's Twilight.
It would not hurt to a certain extent. If you are in the area of effect of a light source, you would not suffer the combat penalties, but that would reduce your vision to the limit of the light source. So, like if you were holding a torch, that only has a 15-foot radius.
what about Braxon's lantern?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Higgimus need to pull out this Katuna Lightstone he had Leva make for him?
That's up to you guys. I mean,
I
It
would
would
say
also give us away.
I would use it-
Yeldan's going to be outside the area of effect because he's scouting ahead like an arc.
and you've got infravision, right?
You can't really scout
it
ahead of
doesn't
that.
work that way in this edition. It's like
Aren't you moving at the same
Infravision?
move speed as Higgimus, so you can't scout? You need to be faster than him.
I am faster than him without.
I've...
I'm not heavily. I'm not
Oh, you-
heavily encumbered because I got rid of that item.
Alright, that's fine.
yeah. So that's fine.
I
let
will...
me double check.
I won't use.
There's a question I have for Yeldan, and he can, with his supreme ranger knowledge, I have my spell to locate animal plants, and I also have speak with animals. But the point of those, I don't say them per se like that. I say I have these spells that allow me to converse with animals. But
Yeah.
So basically, the animals in the area would know the lay of the land, and they would know where water sources are. So basically, keep an eye out for a particular animal that's gonna frequent the water. I guess I don't know how else to put it. Or would have like a good knowledge of the land, so to speak. You know, like I don't know, like some kind of bird.
Well,
Birds won't be that great in this type of terrain.
Well, they can fly above the canopy.
also, I mean, Yeldan can find water. I mean, that's part of the survival skill.
Yeah, I know. I took the spells just in case.
Okay, I'm just saying that
Might be useful as well.
right. I'm
Well,
just saying
it's
that
it's about finding animal tracks. All
if
that.
if you know, he could roll a survival check to try to find water if you guys needed it, and you know, if that failed, then yeah, I mean, you might want to then try and consult an animal. But I'm just saying that he's got some skills in that area already. So
He knows how to survive in a forest.
How many hours are we going in one day
I imagine
before
8
we're
hours of
sleeping?
travel and then rest, right?
normally overland travel is 10 hours.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
so the last 2
Alright,
hours.
yeah.
technically
Yeah, no, that's
were,
fine, because I've got Blessed Watchfulness that I want to cast on our scout,
No.
which will last 9 hours, so an hour into the leg I'll cast it.
Okay.
Which will give him exceptional powers of observation and alertness, so you can only be surprised on the one.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Are you going to be like memorizing that every day and casting it every day? Is that your plan?
Yeah,
right now?
that's going to be a continual spell.
Okay.
So I'll just reserve that spell slot for that one.
Leva, are there any spells that you kind of want to do something along those lines with as well? Do you have any spells that preparation type spells?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I mean, if I'm just checking to see if there's anything that you're planning to cast like that. Okay.
Your omen and stuff like that. But like your omen for like traveling, maybe we shouldn't travel on a day off. Yeah, well, it's just something to think about.
We've started our trip, so
You'd have the spell components on you, I assume.
I'm sorry?
You'd have the spell components on you, I assume.
Omens.
Yeah. Well,
when did I last cast it? That
She
was
can
longer
only
than a
cast
week.
that once a week.
That was longer than a week ago. Yes.
You last cast it. You last cast it in the Phlogiston, or attempted to, shall we say?
No, actually, I cast it after that.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
we moved our departure date because of Omen.
That was the first time you cast it. The second time you tried to cast it before we entered the actual crystal sphere.
Either way, it's
anyway,
if you wanted to cast it now, you could, but it's up to you.
Okay. No, I cast it now.
Okay.
Alright.
What's the casting time on that?
Just a second. Oh, it says 2.
Just
Time
2. All right.
yes.
That's a pretty quick spell. All right. So you pull out the already prepared strips and light them, and I'm going to need to. Do you have the description up?
No, but I'm.
I'll get it then, because I just need to do the roll for it.
I thought I had the
Plus,
long description copied.
No, I got it.
Not
I got
there.
it. Okay, the result from your omen is that great danger exists.
vague.
Yeah. So it's basically indicating that there's a lot of danger around here.
Can Braxon have a look in his book to see what sort of dangers exist in this sort of environment?
Danger to
Yeldan can tell you exactly
preserving
what
the
sort of
book.
dangers exist in this environment.
Yeah. All right. So you pull out your book. You're properly accounting for the weight. That's like a good 5-pound book, right?
Well, I haven't worked out all my weight. I thought you said I'd be on medium encumbrance.
Okay, that's fine. If that's the case, if that's what you're doing, keep in mind that does apply a combat penalty.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe it says -1 to your attack rolls. For your
Cool.
weight.
That's not bad.
All right. The book does describe a lot of dangers. It warns against drinking bad water. It recommends that you ensure that you are taking precautions against insects. Has a lot of recommendations on types of things that you can burn on your campfire at night to keep insects away.
Mm-hmm.
Interjection.
Mm-hmm.
Did you roll for level variation? Actually, did you roll for wild search?
Did not. Thank you for asking. Thank you for reminding me.
Well, you're targeting yourself anyway, so.
Okay.
Wild Search would
I don't
be
think
fun.
there's any actual level variation on that spell itself, so
No.
you're fine. You did use up the +3 level for that, though. Well, okay.
How much? I want to ask that. How much cubic feet of water do party use per day?
I'm sorry?
Because
How
I
much?
can. My create food and water makes an area effect. I mean, I can do 5 foot of either food or water. In this case, I'll be doing water.
Yeah.
Well, 1 cubic feet. Well, no, 5 because it's per level. I'm level 5, so to speak. So, will 5 feet of cubic feet of water be enough for the party?
Yes. There's
right,
multiple
so-
gallons in a cubic foot. It's like 7 gallons or something like that.
Yeah, and I have 2 water skins, so I'm all, at least.
All right,
as-
so I only have to memorize 1 of them per, and I'll have the other one as create campsite.
The big problem is having
What?
the a container to put the water in.
Oh, I just only have to create 1. Can't you just like put all the water skins together and just point to the water skins and fills them up?
Leva managed to finish her wine
Oh, what
skins
we could do.
using that for the water.
Okay, what we could do is dig a little, not a little, but a hole,
Yeah, I suppose.
and you do that in there, and then just fill them up from there.
There you go.
Yeah.
That would
That's fine.
that would not muddy the water fast enough to like contaminate the water. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I'm just checking a duration on something.
Yeah, that's
I
just
let
a
the others
great
know.
campsite.
I let the others know that what Omen got us.
I'm like,
Great danger exists.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
And-
really?
that's.
Oh, shut up,
Not-
Lafdul.
That's not unusual for a forest.
When Leva
Lafdul's
says that,
being very
Higgimus,
salty recently.
yeah, when Leva says that, Higgimus will pull out his gun. So he has his gun in his left hand and his and the machete in his right. Or actually, switch those because Higgimus is right-handed.
Well, actually, there's no. I thought this was actual jungle. There is no. You don't need the machete out.
No, there's a lot of underbrush.
Oh,
yeah,
there
it's
is underbrush.
untraveled, so
Yeah, there's a lot of underbrush. You are you've now started going into the forest after the casting some spells. You're looking at no bushes like berry bushes and stuff like that, but there's a lot of ferns. No flowering plants that you can see, but it's pretty dense, and the ground is not flat. I mean, it's pretty rough terrain. So it's going to be kind of slow
Yay.
going.
It's fine.
With the omen, Jewel kind of frowns at your pronouncement, Leva, and says, "I think I may be able to help with that." And she utters a word, and I need to roll for magic resistance for Higgimus.
It's only 10% chance. What are the odds?
10%.
Exactly.
I think it breaks a
1 in
spell
10.
if it's AoE, isn't it?
Yeah.
It depends on the actual spell. Like if it's something that is area of effect that can encounter, like slow would just not affect him. Fireball would just not affect him, but it would still affect other people.
But
so
silence, on the other hand.
depends on the spell. So you guys all feel a little bit better just once her words end. It just feels like things are looking up a little bit. She kind of shrugs and says, "Hopefully it'll make a difference."
I feel better about it. Anyway.
She casting that like a Risen equivalent of like. Oh, I know there's one. I'll have to look it up.
You don't know.
No, yeah,
Especially
I know
especially
something.
since you don't have spellcraft proficiency.
yeah, I know. I really want that.
Leva wants to know what spell that was.
See, yeah, but you're thinking about that because I mentioned spellcraft. I mean, you can go ahead and roll.
No, I was actually saying what I was thinking was talking to her and seeing whether we might exchange spells.
Okay.
It's just
I mean, you
seem
can
to have
So-
zero.
you can also roll if
Roll
you
the
want.
spellcraft.
Roll?
Yeah, you can roll
Yeah.
spellcraft.
Roll the
if you want.
spellcraft.
Okay.
Can she do spellcraft to determine if it's arcane or divine, so to speak? You know, priest or
Once
mage.
magic is cast, that's difficult to determine because magic
No,
is
but
magic.
In the process
she
of
could,
casting
the
it.
process of casting it.
Oh, we'll see. Okay. Leva, that is not a spell that you've ever encountered before,
Okay.
and that's about all that you can tell. Although you do believe that what she said about it having a beneficial effect could be true. Like, I mean, you're inclined to believe that based on your study of the spell cast. You don't think that she casts like a curse on you. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I recognize it as a wizardly spell or as a priest spell?
That's
You don't know
something
the
that you
spell.
can't tell. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe more
Yeah, and that's the thing is that
observation, you'll start to get an idea.
it's more about the way that the spell is cast, which is what you would recognize, as opposed to like actually recognizing it as a the type of magic kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am just going to bring you guys over to a mostly thematic map.
Oh, such quality.
Yeah. So of
Higgimus
course,
should easily be able.
these are pretty obviously not conifers and ginkgos and stuff like that. They're pretty clearly like oaks, but the point is that it's a forest.
Okay.
And the two forested like there'd be no gap.
March, march,
Yeah.
march, 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 march,
What's
march.
that M at the bottom?
That is supposed to be on a different layer.
Ha!
Monsters.
Yeah, that's what I use for keeping track of monsters.
It's got
Oh, are you
monsters
the-
somewhere?
Are any of these plants we're walking by edible?
That will slow us down.
Right, what monsters begin with M? There's one right over there behind us.
You know what begins with M? Monsters.
Yeah, monster.
So, Higgimus, you do not have a survival proficiency, do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
You think some of them might be edible, but you don't know for sure.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
Hey, Yeldan, are these edible?
Could I influence this by rolling a herbalism check, but see if I can say, yeah, that one might be edible. Can't to eat something bad.
I mean,
You're not gonna
you,
get.
if you.
Oh,
All right,
I want it for
Yeldon
revenge.
is not sure.
Yeah.
If you want to roll do a GM roll
To
for
trick him.
herbalism to me,
How do I?
Lafdul?
How do I do a GM
Lassel's
roll?
gonna give.
slash
Hopefully you
GM
don't get
roll.
him poisoned and kill him.
Lassel's gonna give our captain the runs.
I don't know how
that's
to do
really-
herbalism, but it's like I'll tell you. No, why is it not?
I have.
That wouldn't be
influence.
detrimental to Lafdul at all.
Just do a slash GM roll 1d20.
Like this, let's draw.
Yeah, I was
Or
doing space. That's why.
GM, I think.
Okay, Lafdul. Yeah, you do believe that some of these plants would be edible for an herbivore creature.
Yeah, I mentioned this to Higgimus.
But
Yeah,
you don't
those
tell him
look
which
good.
one.
No, I mean
Those-
you
I'm purposely making him sick. He
Hopefully
poured a bucket full of water, or a gallon's full of water of me. I'm getting revenge.
It was several gallons worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lafdul, it was Higgimus's revenge for you playing tricks on him.
Yeah, this is
if,
an ongoing war.
if you are playing
Higgimus
tricks on
just
others,
turned
you
into-
have to accept that others playing tricks on you.
Oh god, we're having a
it
prank
doesn't,
war.
it doesn't
Yeah.
just go one way.
I'm
Except
fine with
Ella-
it. I'm just seeing an opportunity and I'm making the most of it.
Okay. Higgimus will pick some of that stuff along the way.
all right. Hold
Yeah,
on a
that's
second.
like I'm not too sure if that's
I'm just gonna stick to my rations, thank you.
Is this Jewel we are seeing here?
Yes.
Okay.
That's an
She's
interesting
pretty.
picture.
I'm
small.
just PMing you something, Lafdul.
Alright.
What, does Joe give him a look or something?
Just let me know. Oh, you guys can rearrange where you are, like if you want to have a marching order or something like that.
Well, I'm kind of like Ed.
What direction are we supposedly going?
Just
Doesn't
north,
matter.
towards the top. That's
Okay.
fine.
Towards the top. Okay. Next.
Okay. So Higgimus, you do want to eat what Lafdul pointed out to you? You'll try
I'm
some
not
of
gonna
it?
eat it right there, but I will eat it when we get to resting area.
spot.
Well, it might not actually be there.
I'm grabbing it, but for later.
Wait, why
That's what I'll
did
say.
you twist yourself around?
Okay, so you'll grab some for
Why
later.
not?
All right.
Yeah, grab some for later.
Just to be
What
awkward.
the heck?
All right.
Back
I
from why
was
you way
more
over
expecting like marching order as opposed to just dragging your sprites all around, but okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Lafdul's upside down now.
Lafdul's
Yeah.
always upside down.
Well, a lot of people seem to be messing about, but I'm figuring.
Well,
and I'm saying this
ahead of
from-
the group because I'm scouting.
I'm saying this from my time doing live role playing. That it might be good to spread out a bit.
Alright, and I'll
Higgimus
take
is
the
hack-
right.
Higgimus is hacking a trail through the
Swap-
underbrush.
Oh, are we hacking through? If we're hacking
Yeah.
through, we're going a line then.
Except
Well,
Yeldan's
You
not.
don't necessarily have to hack through, but I mean it's not quite that dense, but it's dense enough that you're like picking your way through and stuff like that.
That's fair.
Slightly closer then.
All right, so Jewel is just kind of hanging back towards the back. Ockar, your point is to bring up the rear.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the rear with the wolf.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think this is riding terrain.
Keep
FYI.
in
If
mind.
I-
Well, I mean,
I'm not gonna be riding. We're just gonna be walking next to each other.
keep in mind that your wolf can definitely move faster than anyone else in the party. So you could scout if you want to. I'm not recommending whether you do or not. I'm just leaving that up to you. Just letting you know that the wolf can move faster.
Well, I just want to keep the wolf with me to keep it safe.
All right, that's fine.
'Cause I don't know what exactly we're dealing with here.
That's perfectly fine.
So Braxton, you're gonna be way over there still.
Well, that's only a few paces over, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
but
more than if you do-
Higgimus is cutting a line for us, so we have to be nearby.
Well,
Okay, if we're doing, I thought Wood said we didn't need to cut through. If we're doing that, then we should just do a straight line.
I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That's. I mean, it's not like it's kind of a mix between jungle and forest.
Right.
So,
Okay, well
but
then
it's not
Braxton-
cleared ground.
Braxton will just go in the line of marching when
No,
we need to cut
that's fine.
through, and when we get open spaces, he'll spread out, and he'll go between the two automatically, depending on the terrain.
Okay. All right.
well, Yeldan's just ahead. Keep like doing. I'm more of
You
like.
got blessed watchfulness on you, so
It's more like I'm doing something like that,
giving us forewarning.
going like doing like an arc in front of us.
If we were better, we'd have 5 warning instead of only 4.
Because we're going so slow, I should be able to do that.
Oh, old on the
So Do we encounter anything?
Oh, hold on. Lafdul was just asking me something. What?
Well, I can wait until the first rest. No, it'll be more appropriate then.
Well, I mean, what did you want to ask?
Basically, I'm gonna on the second day I'm gonna cast create temporary healing potions on my full list.
Okay. All right.
A full
Then,
one,
yeah,
basically.
if it's second day, then that's
When yeah, which will be when I refill the water with create food and water as well. So
okay. You are moving through the forest. A breeze is picked up. It was pretty still when you landed. Like I said, it seemed like a storm had passed through. But now you've got a light breeze. At this point, you've been traveling for a few hours into the forest. And I'm going to need everyone to give me a 1d10.
Oh.
Or 10?
All of us?
Yes, everyone.
mm-hmm. Who knows what the roll is?
Do I have to roll for my wolf as well?
Yes, roll for your wolf as well.
So you might want to put wolf after the roll, but okay.
No, that's fine. I know what the second one is, the wolf. Okay, and that is... What do I need to check against?
Save versus drop bear.
Okay.
Apparently I can't be surprised except on a 1, so...
Yeah, so, you have a pretty early warning that something's happening. You feel a bit of a rumbling beneath the ground. And all of a sudden, am I on the right thing? I am not on the right thing.
Do we have ant eggs? Are these ant eggs?
Oh no, not like
Just wait.
worms or something.
Large, burrowing insects burst forth from the ground around you.
Watch out for
Oh.
acid damage. Out of character.
Yeah.
I don't. These are ant eggs.
I shoot.
So,
Let me go ahead and clear out the. turn
cool. So
order.
the brush is. I'm just gonna double check. The brush is indicative of is not good for ranged combat. Correct?
It's fine.
I'm reminded of
It's not.
Baldur's Gate where you collect the shells of these things and get awesome armor for it.
That might be something you'll be able to do afterwards.
All right.
Ockar, psst.
So
Yeah.
everyone, roll initiative, please.
Where did the initiative go to?
I get the feeling entanglement will be more
Right, I
useful
just
for them than us.
closed it out. That's fine.
So,
I
who's
have a
able
question
to
for
roll?
that. Since that's outside of character, because with the great danger exists, that would have influenced our surprise, etc., reaction, etc. Did Jules' spell actually
do anything
dissipate that?
mechanically?
You don't know.
Counter that?
You don't know exactly what the effects are.
So, who rolls initiative?
Everyone's rolling
Everyone.
initiative.
Yeah,
I'm
we weren't
just trying to
surprised.
decide.
Okay,
No one
good.
was surprised. None of you were surprised.
Not even the wolf.
I'll change it to
Felt them
5,
coming.
so- Do I
I'm just
change it to
trying
5?
to
'Cause
decide whether or not I want to go melee right away or I want to try to shoot him.
Well, make your decision quick. What were you asking, Lafdul?
I forgot to click on my token, so take the first roll, I assume, or...
Yeah, that's fine.
Judging by the fact that there's one right over there and I'm the closest target, I'm gonna go melee.
Mm.
So I'm drawing the blade of Baradan first.
Okay. Since you are not surprised, you could have both of your weapons out.
Cool. That means I have the longsword with the questing waves in my other hand.
I have my shield ready and my normal longsword.
Alright,
The cockscrow.
You're a bit louder to me.
Me?
Yeah, I'm lowering you. Don't worry.
I accidentally unplugged my headphones, so that's probably why. Then I
Alright.
plugged it back in.
Everyone rolled?
Yep.
Oh, I need to change my action.
Okay.
Braxton's going to climb up a tree and get his backpack out.
What?
What are you doing?
Okay.
No, he's got jumping boots. Are you jumping or are you climbing?
You might
yeah,
be
I
able
could
to try
jump.
jumping, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try jumping.
Okay.
Those things. Well, do you?
Alright, go ahead and
No.
change your... Just set yourself to 99 for now. And I'll reorganize
He's
it.
going to read his book.
In the middle of... Okay, Yeldan's gonna have a word to say to you after this.
I keep unplugging my headphones for some reason.
Okay.
Fixing it.
Alright, Lafdul, you're first.
I am casting Battle Fate on Yeldan.
Is
If
that...
I can see him, if
That's not a touch-based spell, right?
I don't believe so. Hang on, that's a good question. I've never actually checked. Battle Fate. He's first. One creature. It just says, oh yeah, 20 yards.
Okay, yeah, that's
Oh.
fine. Alright, so... Yeldan, go ahead and roll 1d6.
Oh, let me bring up the thing.
Alright.
Give me a sec. I'll tell him in 1 second. Battle Fate. Second, defense enhanced.
Okay.
Cool. That's
Plus
2
two.
AC.
Alright, Ockar, and your wolf.
That
Okay.
Negates, that probably negates the +2 AC my sword's giving me.
I'm going to go after this one,
Alright, you can just move your token down there.
Yeah.
and the wolf's coming with me, and I'm going to slice at its sword while the wolf attacks as well.
Okay.
So that would be... Okay, first is mine. I doubt that hits. That got 14.
That is not going to hit.
And for my wolf... Yeah.
All right,
I don't know,
you
he's well
you
armored.
rush over, but unfortunately, with the all the plants and everything like that, you're not able to get a good solid hit on its carapace as it's bursting out of the ground. Jewel decides that since you've already garnered its ire, she's going to move over in that direction and attack with her spear.
Okay. I thought she wasn't gonna do attack.
She might be good at melee.
You know, she might be a bard.
Not with that roll.
Yeah.
She is unfortunately not hitting with that spear of hers. All right, Leva.
I go for magic missiles.
Okay, are you gonna reposition it all?
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
You
Mm,
might want to be hidden behind someone. That's
'Cause that
tankier
one-
than you.
I go
It's up to
here,
you. Okay.
and I go for this one. This one.
Okay.
Since there are already 2 people down here, I would think that they can deal with it.
Hopefully. All right, you're level 6, so that is going to be 4 missiles.
Ooh, you got
Nice.
a proof one.
I've had
Not
this
the
with
best
3.
row.
All right.
10
So
damage is still pretty good.
10 damage on that one.
Mhm.
All right, your missiles streak out of your fingertips and smash into its face as it's burrowing out towards you. All right, Higgimus.
As soon as I see these things, pull out my gun
All right.
and aim and shoot.
Which one?
The one that's kind of right here, right in front of me.
Okay. That's a hit.
That goes 50. Yeah.
Roll that d6.
8.
Oh, nice. Roll
oh.
it again.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, so
Yeah.
you pull out your gun. As soon as you see it bursting forth from the ground, Leva's a little bit quicker on the draw, so to speak. Her missiles fly out, and then you're taking aim and fire off a pistol. Fire off one of your pistols. The shot hits it solidly in the carapace, right on its upper thorax, right below the head, and you see it just sink right into its flesh, and it makes a bit of a roar as that happens. All right, Yeldan.
Drop.
Oh,
It's
cool.
still
I
alive.
could go before hit.
It's
I
quite hard.
move forward and engage this one.
Okay.
So, 2d20. Nope.
Well, not with those rolls. Okay. Let's see. The first one is going to be attacking you, Ockar.
Come at me!
Oh, it's coming at you. It's
Come
coming
at
at
me,
you.
bro.
And with a roll like that, it is hitting.
Oh, damn it.
Maybe you shouldn't have said "come at me." No.
The come at me, bro, never works.
No, it does work. It attacked you. It didn't attack Jewel or your wolf.
Its bite sinks into. It finds some chinks in your armor and just crushes you with its mandibles for 15 points of damage.
Oof.
And that is followed up by a painful searing burn as its digestive acid seeps in for an additional 3 points of damage. So 18 points of damage.
Ah!
That nice hot armor that you can't get out of easily.
Next one is going after Yeldan. And that is also a hit.
I have so I have +2, -2, so my AC is normal. Because I'm assuming it's dark enough that I'm getting +2 from my soul from the blade.
Yeah.
So it hits me with AC 3.
Yeah.
Oof.
Probably a piercing attack as well, so it's easier on leather.
Done.
And it is... Actually, it's more of a crushing attack. It gets its mandibles on you and crushes for a whopping 16 points of damage.
Ow.
And acid burns for an additional 4.
Ow.
Shit.
Okay, I'm in trouble, guys.
You're not the
Yeah.
only one!
Next one is going to move in and attack you, Higgimus.
I wish I had that
Stop
potion
it.
of perfect health on me.
And it's not looking good. Icar is flowing from wounds on its face, and maybe because it's disoriented, but it is not able to land a blow on you, Higgimus.
Oh,
Hey,
thank God.
use your great sword!
Braxon, give me... Okay, so you were jumping up into the tree. You
Yep.
do so, and what are you doing? Pull out your...
Unpacking his pack and getting his book out.
Okay.
See what it says about these creatures.
Okay.
If we're in combat right now, so I'm not gonna do anything.
You're too busy trying to not die.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact, yeah, Braxton's gonna get yelled at though.
If Higgimus and Yeldan roll a one, basically either one of you've got my last temporary healing potion. I didn't decide on who, so it's just down to luck. So.
Well,
Okay, I'm
Didn't-
going
wait,
to...
well, hold on. Didn't you have...
There should be 3 left
Weren't you...
at
But
the moment.
weren't you on a rotating 1 per day kind of thing?
Yeah, I am on a rotating thing 1 per day, but there was 2 days where I didn't have that rotation
Oh, it's
available.
fine. I'm not going to worry about that
So-
right now. I mean,
Well, I
there's a
had
total of
good
5.
berries.
Yeah, that's fine, but there's a total of 5.
Alright.
So you can just say
I
who
everyone
has...
apart from
I
me.
have like a huge amount of healing potions on.
Yeah,
normal.
everyone apart from me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll add that temporary potion.
All
I
right.
can't remember
All
how
right.
much I healed for. But...
Initiative for everyone, please.
All right.
Okay, give me a second. I'm looking for the... There it is, the speed.
Oh,
Submit.
damn it! I thought I was selected.
Well, if you rolled, you can just...
I'm not rolling again.
I haven't rolled yet.
I was going to type it in.
Leva has to let Higgimus know that she's doing something with him. Higgimus, don't be surprised.
Okay.
And then I need to roll a d6.
Well, that's always fun.
I thought you did stuff with Lafdul.
Okay, 5. What's a 5?
Oh god.
Damage enhance. +2 to damage.
She's casting a large on Higgimus.
Oh god.
Just a moment.
You have to look at the
My
casting
rolls
time.
have been really good.
He's
Yes,
suddenly
it's
the size of a stone giant.
Sorry, just a sec. Here we go.
Yep.
Okay. And make sure that you edit the number since you didn't have the token selected and you didn't roll.
Oh yes. Sorry.
It's okay. And Yeldan, did you edit yours? Yes.
I clicked my token.
Oh, okay.
I used Mako you created.
Okay. Everyone rolled. Looks like it.
Yeah. How long does it take Braxon to read his book?
You'll
Gonna
have to
find
find out. All right.
2 years.
Lafdul.
I am casting Fairy Fire, and the area effect is 50 square feet is max. So would I be able to get them too?
50 square.
You'd be able to get all of them.
No, it's if I'm cast.
He can only
yeah.
affect square feet. So
Yeah, you can get 2 of them. You can choose which 2.
Yeah. Those two.
I'll say okay. Okay. All right. So there is a +1 bonus
Purple.
to hit these 2. Okay.
Actually, no. Purple would be hard to see. Can I go for like a teal?
No, they're all the same.
I thought I could choose a color.
I mean, you can choose the color. I'm just saying that
Yeah, I
the
go
color
for a teal.
doesn't. The color is fluff.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
I'm just trying to make it easier.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Leva, you are casting Enlarge.
On Higgimus.
Let me see if he resists that.
Oh, for Wild Surge just affects
Bitch.
everyone.
Also, yes. Thank you. Okay, so that is going to be... What number did you get a surge? Oh, okay. You do not get a surge. Higgimus, you are 80% larger.
make that token bigger.
80.
Wow.
You are 80% larger.
You'll have to
Wow.
tell me what that
Leva-
does.
Leva
So-
steps away a bit.
Yeah. So, what's your height right now?
Hold on a second here. My height is 8'10".
Cool, I got
All right. So let's just round that up to 9 feet. Yeah, you're giant sized. You're most definitely giant sized. And that means that all of your damage, if you land a hit, is going to be multiplied by 1.8.
1.8.
you can,
Is there
I'll
a
take it
function
bigger.
in the game for that, or no?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you roll and then do
You can multiply. You
what is it, the star symbol?
Yeah,
Right, but you need to put it in parentheses, I believe. So
because it does do bed order of operation.
let's
Okay,
just say
I'll
this
figure
is
it out,
this
I'll
is it.
figure it out.
Well, I believe this will do it. Let me. Oops, I don't want that.
Do a test.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a test. I think. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna put in, and yeah, that does it. All right.
Okay.
So you need to put the parentheses around what your actual roll is with all your modifiers. Otherwise, it just multiplies the number by the modifier.
Not a problem. I can do aura operations.
Yay!
Jewel is going to try and stab at the one that is attacked Ockar. And is that going to be a hit? That is a hit. She does stab it with her spear, and that is going to deal not a whole lot of damage. She just kind of nicks it, but hey, anything's better than nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this considered a large creature?
These are considered large creatures, yes.
Okay. You can't. You can make Higgimus's token bigger.
It's
if you want.
fine. I don't want to. I mean, he's
Higgimus!
still large anyway, so. But Higgimus, your turn.
Higgimus, smash!
Crush.
Do I have like a bonus to hit too, or no?
No.
Okay. My Thaco is 15.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
Ockar.
gonna roll.
Do it.
I'm gonna-
Oh wait. That did not include the glow thing.
It doesn't
Still
matter.
miss.
Yeah, it's still
Okay.
miss.
I'm gonna roll
Wait,
2d.
Shall we put a count up for this? It's gonna be
19
5 rounds
rounds.
per level.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine's like ages as well, so it
Can-
should be done in
Can
20
I talk? Can I talk?
They had some questions.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm planning to roll 2d20 at the same time just to speed up.
That's fine. Second one is going to be your wolf, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I missed. Did the wolf hit?
Nope, not with that roll.
Okay. I get
That's
second
good
attack
offer.
this turn, so but that's at the end.
All right. Yeldan.
You muted?
I think you might be muted.
There we go. 15. My Thaco.
Got
my
plus
main
damage if
hand-
you rolled a 5.
I did. My
plus
main
2.
hand is 14.
All right, that is a hit.
Slash are these are large creatures?
Yes.
Well, this is the main hand is Blade of Burdan. Plus 2 for the battle fate.
Okay. Your first blow hits it quite hard on the carapace, and it kind of squeals out in pain. Now the Onkegs are attacking you back. First one is going to go after Ockar. And with that roll, it's a miss. Next one attacking Yeldan. Your armor class is 2, you said, Yeldan?
It's normally 2, yes, but with the blade of it's normally 3, but with the Blade of Burdan, that would make it 5
Ooh, ouch.
in the current, right? Because it's dark enough that it would. Give
No,
me plus
it's not that
3.
dark. It's just
Okay,
plus 1.
So then it's 4.
Okay. With that roll, it's a miss. And Higgimus. You're large already, so you're not going to take any extra damage. Well, then again, it doesn't have weapons. And with a roll like that, it's going to be a miss.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right, Braxon, you find quite a bit of information about insects like this. It recommends that you strongly avoid acid blasts from it, and it also informs you that the undersides of creatures such as these tend to be weaker.
Ah,
Okay,
I have it.
initiative
I don't
time.
know if that gives us an actual advantage knowing that though.
Okay.
Everyone roll.
Give me a second.
No, hang on.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Rollins.
I was saying, everyone go ahead and roll.
Ockar gets his second attack.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
wait!
Yes,
Yes,
go ahead and
yes.
get your second attack then.
I don't know if Higgimus doesn't get his though.
No, because he
Ah.
I missed.
Yeah,
I
that's
missed.
a miss.
Damn it. Well, I've already rolled my initiative for next round, so it's fine.
Okay. And
Oof. Wow.
Oh,
And slash R.
that sucks.
6.
Leva, what are you doing?
Let me.
Haste.
All right. What's the area of effect on that?
Just a second.
It's
just
fine.
hang
We'll
on a
look up the area of effect before you get the spell cast. We'll put it that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
okay.
I get an extra attack this round. And I'm going to go for
Oh,
extra.
3.
Oh, you
I'm
got
gonna
the
do
lucky
extra
attack.
Accuracy, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going accuracy, so plus 2 to hit.
All right. Everyone has rolled. Okay, Leva, you are going first. So the area of effect of haste.
You expect me to have found the spell already?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
still
do.
looking for it.
What was it? It's alteration, isn't it? Or...
That's a level 3 spell?
Yeah, I'm looking
Uh-huh.
at it, I think.
I just had it, but
Levitating
I
mage.
I looked up the enlarged spell.
Area
and that's the
effect,
same
40
book.
foot cube.
40-foot cube. All right. So
Range of 60 yards.
So let's
Okay.
see, 40 foot.
let her figure it out.
Oh, that would get all of us.
Yeah, I think. so.
Uh-huh. I was a bit worried about Higgimus, but then I remembered the talk we had. 40-foot cube, 1 creature per level, 3 rounds,
It's
1 round.
you're either gonna miss out on Yeldan or Ockar.
I'm gonna miss out on Ockar for the simple reason that there are several people then there, whereas Yeldan is alone. It helps him more.
So you can only give it to 6 people, I think, because that's your level. Because it's 1 creature
One
per
creature
level.
level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Well,
get level
he's
variation?
missing out.
I'm
She's-
doing that right
yeah.
now. All right. So
Choose
decide
your
how
mage.
many. Okay. So who is getting it first?
Primarily.
Just a moment. What do you mean? Who is getting it first?
So you target the people and you target them in order. So in other words, if you get level variation and you can target more, you will, because it's 1 per level within that cube.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yes. Let's start with. God, who is there? That's Higgimus, Lafdul, and Braxon.
All right. So first Higgimus,
Mhm.
correct? Okay. Let me just do this.
Saving throw.
Okay. Higgimus, you are hasted.
Oh, 1 year
Ugh.
You're also a year older. All right.
Oh.
Braxon, then you said.
We have potions of youth. You'll be fine.
Then you said
Can you
Braxon.
imagine if he had...
Leva.
Yeah,
Raise my age.
yes, Braxon is the next one. Let me see.
Okay.
Yes, Braxon is the next one.
Can,
And then-
can Braxon save?
No.
No saving throw.
There's no. You're hasted. No, there's no saving throw.
He
Terrible.
doesn't want to get aged.
Benefit.
You
You,
got
you are a
potions
year
of
older.
youth.
All right. Next.
Lafdul,
Okay. Next.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeldan.
Okay.
2, 3. Do I count myself as a creature? In this
Yeah,
case?
if you're
Yes.
hasting yourself, yes.
I am implicitly hasted.
Well, no,
1,
not
2, 3,
necessarily.
4,
You don't
5.
have to include yourself if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 6 people within the cube.
Oh, okay. So I go for Yeldan
Okay.
next.
Yeah.
And so Ockar is outside. Did I understand that right? Or
Yes.
is it was he counted as the 7th person?
He is outside.
In that case, I go for Jewel.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, and then even if you were going to target yourself or Bjomolf, you realize that you cannot target the 6th.
Yes.
Okay, see, because of level variation. Okay, so that means everyone who gets a turn after this will get basically double attacks. So,
Oh god, so that means I get to attack 4 times.
no. The
Okay.
effective battle fate, that just gives you 1 extra attack, so you'll get 3
No,
attacks.
I know. I meant for haste. From next round with haste. I
Right.
get to attack.
Well, but so you got the did you get the lucky attack?
she got,
Yeah,
she
this
got
round I have
6.
the lucky account. You said next round I get the haste kicks in.
No, haste goes off right away.
Oh wow. That
Well, doesn't he get...
We'll deal with it when you get to it. Jewel is
Yeah.
attacking twice with her spear. Okay, she manages to hit, dealing that much damage. I need to be on the right thing. I need to be on the right thing.
That much is not a number.
I know, it's a number for me.
Yeah, he's rolling with his own dice.
It's a variation of you don't know.
Unfortunately, with her second attempt at stabbing, she
You roll a
loses her grip on her spear, and it goes flying into the underbrush behind the creature. All right, Ockar.
I'm sure there's suddenly a string of curses from her.
Well, Beowulf got a
Speaking of
1.
wolf, natural weapon now.
All right, so
Yeah,
this was
Trips and falls.
so this was for Bjornulf?
Well,
And
the 15
yourself?
for
Yeah.
me.
Okay. All right, Bjornulf is going to be down and stunned for a round then. So no attack next round. But you get you do hit with that.
Okay, so 1d12 plus 2.
Maybe dual attacked the.
Yeah!
That's pretty good.
Oh.
All right, so you bring your blade down onto the head of this creature, splitting it open, getting ichor everywhere, and it is dead. That's not the right.
For the
thing to
glory of Tyr!
There you go. Now you know that it's dead. All right,
I
Lafdul.
roll Paladin.
I am moving up there and attempting to use Cure Moderate Wounds on him.
Okay.
Cool. I'm
Tackle
very
of-
easy to hit when I'm not trying to dodge.
Yeah. You don't worry.
No, not.
Well, you're down and stunned for a round.
Don't worry, Yeldan. Out.
So
He-
the storm that
tripped on a
came
rock.
through earlier just left some of the leaves and everything very
the
wet.
branch.
Yeah, I reckon I overcompensated for how fast I'm moving in the haste.
Well, no, you wouldn't because haste doesn't work that way. But you
You tripped
just
over a branch.
slipped on some
Oh well.
some leaves and face planted. Unfortunately, you do lose a spell. All right,
The joys
Braxon.
of being a battle healer.
Braxon would like to leap over the top of Higgimus and the creature and land behind it
Oh,
and
Oh,
then attack
wait.
it.
Flank it.
give me just a second.
Is there rules for flanking in this?
You will get an attack from. You will get to. If you succeed at this, you will get to attack from behind, which is +2 bonus.
Makes up for the -1 penalty.
Okay.
It's got a +1 from Verifier as well.
All right. I need you to give me a D100 roll, please.
Oh,
And
where are
your
you landing?
dexterity is 15, correct?
Let me just double check. Yes.
Okay. All right. You do manage to leap from the tree branches and land lightly on your feet behind the creature, and go ahead and make your attack.
Okay.
Actually,
Right.
2 attacks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because haste.
Should I do one at a time or do?
You can do 2d20. It's fine.
Okay.
What are you attacking with?
The
the
axe
axe.
first. Yeah.
That's what the
That's-
book suggested.
No.
No.
2D.
You
Oh,
don't
come on.
there.
Okay. You do miss with the first one, but the second one does hit.
Okay, so damage.
1d12.
They're 1d12s, are
No,
they?
it's not. It's
Uh,
not D12. It's
It's
battle
an
axe.
axe.
Oh, it's
That's
battle
cool.
axe, so it's 1d8.
Yeah.
But he has
Well, at least that makes it easier.
Wow.
plus
Okay.
whatever magic modifiers that I'll be keeping track of.
You bring the axe down on the backside of this creature and easily split the carapace open with the axe, and it just slumps to the ground. All right, Higgimus.
Right,
There's
that
an
thing,
exit.
can I make it to the other one?
Yeah.
With haste, you can. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even without haste, you could.
Is
That's
that
a hit. That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get my extra attack.
I don't think you can get to attack.
Does that hit?
Oh god.
That's a hit. Yeah. You're just gonna roll all this damage all at once, aren't you?
I just imagine Higgimus. Have you guys played Smash Brothers?
I reckon he just picks it up and just skewers it.
I just imagine him just swinging the greatsword like one of the hammers from Smash Brothers or from Donkey Kong. Just
Ding, 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 ding.
yes. Oh god.
1.8,
I have to see
right?
this.
Yes.
Dear Lord.
Holy shit.
Why do I see 3 1s and 3
Give it a
5s?
death save. Is that a death save or?
No, because that's actually 2 attacks. So I'm pretty sure that neither of the attacks did more than 50 damage. So, Higgimus, you...
Did I kill it?
No, you didn't. You did not. Sorry.
Oh shit.
You turned it into paste. So you come
There's no
over,
salve.
swinging the blade, and it just slices right through, down at a long angle. And the force of this causes both of the pieces of it to flip up into the air a little bit, and you bring the sword back on another swing, slicing through it again, spraying ichor everywhere. There's quite a bit on you and Yeldan. Luckily, Yeldan shielded Lafdul from any of this ichor spray, but it's dead. It's dead.
Ooh.
So, Braxon, did your book tell you what these things are?
Isn't your armor melting currently?
Is that melting?
It's not an overtime thing.
No.
It told us they'd be weaker on the under this side.
Yeah, so you did the opposite and attacked from the top.
Well, no, he took an axe and whipped at his legs.
You were attacking it from the back.
Well, all right, fair enough.
Can I use my armor smithing to check the shield of these things to see if they would make decent armor?
They might if you were willing to take the time to clear out their guts and everything like that, which would take a considerable amount of time.
A haste would wear off, etc. I don't know.
It's up to you guys if you want me to do it.
Jewel goes and picks up the spear.
Yeah, it's up to you guys if you want me to try gutting these things to get their shells.
Can you gut them before the haste wears off?
Aren't you
I
the
don't
only
have-
one that's not affected?
I'm the only one that's not affected by the haste.
You can catch up on your wolf, can't you?
I can catch up with my wolf, I think.
So you want Ockar to be out here alone for many hours.
Hold on. He doesn't have to do that. He can tie a rope to his saddle horn, and then tie that to the creature and drag it until we make it to camp, and then he can gut the thing and take care of it there where we're at camp, right? If he wants to do this.
If you want to be dragging an animal carcass through the forest.
Oh god, that would be terrible, wouldn't it?
We could put up a sign saying food over there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a point. That's a point.
I've heard about making. Would I know that it's possible to make pretty good armor out of
You know
the
about
shells of
exotics.
giant insects like this?
You know that it's possible. You also know that it's best if you can manage to kill them without, stabbing and crushing their carapaces.
Yeah.
Which one has the
Higgimus
most
apologizes.
intact? Which one has the most intact carapace?
Probably the one that you fought.
Then I say I will take this one. It's got the most intact carapace.
So you're gonna drag this behind you.
I'm going to try to figure out a way to. Would it be possible to fashion a way to
Travois or something.
make a makeshift sled to carry it on?
Yeah, travois. 2 logs, some string or rope.
Yeah, something like that I'd like to set up to carry it along with us.
I
It's going to slow you down, though.
Can we?
You're also talking about like really overgrown
Tiring.
terrain. You know, I mean,
What? Why don't we see if we get one on the way back if we've got time?
They rot, essentially. They have to be cured.
Yeah.
They have to be cured and stuff. Otherwise, they'll rot. That's why you.
No,
want
I
it to
don't
get
mean
taken
these
care of.
ones. I mean, if you want one of these, if we secure our objective on the way back, we could look for some and see if we can kill one without damaging it.
Kill it with magic, I guess.
In the
Arrows.
meantime, I feel pretty fast. We should have a little bit of a jog.
But I really wanted shell.
I'm not against it or for it. I think we should just roll for it if we...
Tie it to your wolf.
Oh, meanwhile, 2 people are injured. You use the temporary healing potions. We got 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a temporary healing potion. What is that? 2d4?
plus 2.
So, yeah.
2d4 plus 2. All right, so you get healed for 7,
Yeah,
and you get healed for 5.
I
I'm going
really
to be
want the
replenishing them all tomorrow, so you might as well just
I
share
really,
them out to them.
I really want the shell.
Put it
Well-
on your wolf.
I mean, you got to figure out how to carry it. I mean, this is a 14-foot long insect. Keep in mind.
That explains it. I was muted. I'm gonna say no because to dragging it along with us because I'll track animals for miles around.
The scent.
As I
But I
said, it's like a sign saying food over there.
But I could make, something great out of the arm, out of its chitin.
Well, clean it out now.
Chitin.
We don't have time.
Chitin.
Unless we want to stop here. How long have we been traveling?
You've only been traveling for about 5-6 hours.
No,
We can travel for another 5 hours or so.
I say we hunt for one on the way back if we got time.
But what if there's a chance we aren't gonna find one on the way back? But we've got one right here.
Yeah, but we've only got so much food and supplies and stuff, and we got to get where we're going.
Yeah,
I have another idea
Lafdul
for you.
make what?
Why don't we tie it up, hang it up from a tree? That way, if like any animals try to eat at it or something like that, it'll still be up there. And we can pick it up on the way back.
But it'll rot by the time we get back.
The shell won't rot. The guts will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got to
maybe
at least
that'll help
gas
you.
it.
Maybe that'll help you. If you hang up on a tree and
I don't think
vermin-
it works that way.
What we can
Braxon,
do.
what does your book say?
That's a good
Speaking
one,
of that,
actually.
why the hell did you read the book in the middle of combat, Braxon?
Braxon, what does your book say about this situation?
Oh yeah, okay. I'll look up taxidermy, see if there's anything about that in my book.
I could ask the local wildlife to see how many there are of these creatures. I have the spell available.
You have seen some small. You've seen a lot of lizards around. There's a lot of insects, which I don't think that spell would work on. And there's some small. You've seen a handful of small monkey-like rodents around, or rodent-like monkeys. One or the other. You're not sure exactly what. They're unfamiliar to you.
Braxon, what does your book say about how we deal with this?
All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm just finding the page.
yeah, Braxon takes a seat and starts flipping through and reading the book while the rest of you guys are discussing stuff.
Running around really fast.
Yeldan, what kind of information do you want?
I basically want to know if I can say these are nests. These are like ants. In a way that there'll be a huge colony
hive.
of them somewhere, possibly nearby, and we don't want to stick around with dead bodies of them.
You don't believe that they're a hive insect.
No?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they might be. Odd's just telling you what you think you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're burrowing insects, and not all burrowing insects are hive creatures. Things like scarabs and stuff like that aren't.
I'm just that's my thinking of they're called ant eggs. They're based off of ants partially.
No, they're ankheggs. Ankheg. If they're based off of anything, they're based off of the looped cross from ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
They're not.
I think I've got something that might work, but let me just check something else.
All right. So Braxon, the book has a wide variety of tips and tricks on drying and curing insect carapaces for use as armor. The problem, though, is that a lot of the stuff that it's describing to you is outside of your area of expertise.
Yeah.
But it recommends a whole elaborate process for drying and curing the carapaces.
And
Can
it'll
not
take.
translate it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean
Well,
it's not that it's in a language he doesn't understand. It's that it's in, it's subject matter that he doesn't understand. He doesn't know.
Well, could you try describing it to Yeldan?
Braxon says the rough steps we've got to carry out to Ockar. And says, like, you got to do all this stuff.
And we don't have time.
I'm figuring I could use my flaming sword and try and chop out the meat that way.
But that might ruin the chitin.
Yeah, well, it's only gonna carry out some of the process. We've got to do much more, so it's quite tough to do what you're trying to do without stopping.
Yeah, you would generally need small blades, not a big sword.
Fine.
I do have my hunting knives, if that would help out.
Those would
If you
help.
really want to.
Time.
I mean, having said that, we managed it.
What do you mean we don't have time? There's not like we have a time limit.
Our time limit is how much food and what food
We have a cleric. The cleric can make food.
We don't know that
Yeah.
actually.
Well, you've never seen me do it, but I say I can do it.
If you said you
Lafdul
could
has
do
told us
True,
several
but-
times that he can conjure food and drink.
Yeah.
Well, are these things edible?
Even if we do taxidermy,
You don't think so?
Not taxidermy. Yeah. Once we cured it, we've still got a giant thing we have to lumber around with us.
Mhm.
Yeah, but can we eat it?
No.
No.
Yeldan's like, no. They're acidic in nature. They have acid
Well,
in them.
But they
You
don't
can
have
probably
acid
do a
from
cooking
blood. But
proficiency to do cooking an exotic.
All right, guys, we need to get going. You gotta decide right now. I think we need to go.
So, I think they'll honestly. I think they'll be.
Make a
more
decision
of
right now,
than
this
I would-
second, right now. right
Fine.
now.
Fine. We'll leave it
Make a
here and we'll
decision.
just get a new
We'll
one.
go.
Okay,
We're going.
let's go.
We'll
We're
go
going.
and just find another one.
I
we're not-
need to go. I feel like I need to go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I
Let's
start
go.
moving.
Can the rest of you lend your temporary healing potions to the injured members? Because there should be 3 others like Higgimus, Braxon, and Lever have all got temporary healing potions,
Yeah,
and they can
fine.
use them multiple
No
times.
problem. Who
Okay,
wants
then
one?
I need
For
one.
the 2 injured people,
Yeah.
Alright.
Give
cool.
one to me and give 2 to Yeldan.
I thought you said you only had 3, and I saw 2
I-
people.
Well,
I
Old
hand
said I
waved
had
that. I
5.
said, yeah, I said he'd have. That's fine.
I have a
Okay.
healing potion, so who wants it?
it's
Yeldan?
a temporary one.
Just, I'll take
Um,
one of the temporaries and Yeldan can take the other 2 because he's more.
Don't forget that you can also lay on hands for yourself. Ockar.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You can do that on anyone.
Right, but I mean, it's a once per
either
day
or.
thing. So...
Oh yeah. I'm gonna lay on hands. That heals out the rest of the HP I'm missing.
Okay, we'll see how much I get from one more healing potion.
You don't get the misuse on them.
Cool. I don't? Okay.
No, Hal told me you don't get them.
Well, I guess they're all the same technically, so that makes
Well, they're not actual potions, he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
good. I'm good at 31 I don't
Okay.
need to take more than 2.
I'm going to refresh them tomorrow anyway. I'm going to cast 5 at once. So.
Yeah,
So you may as well use it.
Braxon's given his up.
All right. So you guys finish up and get back onto the trail. Well, not trail, but heading out. Anything special that you're doing on the trip? Extra steps that you're taking? Anything like that?
Braxton's going to listen to the ground a couple of times every so often.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is Yeldan's now gonna take into occasion while he's getting out to put his ear to the ground to see if he hears any more rumbling coming.
You doing that? You have a slight problem of Higgimus. Makes quite a bit of rumbling local noise.
Oh.
Can't Higgimus just clear away while he's huge?
Well, I mean, that would end after compared to the trip, a fairly short period of time. But the Yeldan, while he's outranging away, I would assume that in a lot of cases you're going out of their their line of sight kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But not too far. I can't hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and when you do that, you can do that, and for now you're not hearing anything. Now you are hearing a lot of forest noises throughout this, a lot of animal noises that you're not familiar with, screeches, hoots, stuff like that. But there's definitely a lot of creatures around here that you've never seen before, Yeldan, and it goes for the rest of you as well, of course.
While I'm ranging, if you want to roll it, I would be trying to move silent.
Okay, what's your score?
Gotta make sure. Okay, my normal score without the minus 20% from armor is 55, so that'd be 35.
Okay, you're wearing the studded leather?
Yep.
Okay.
Cause it's magical armor, and I didn't want to carry the leather armor with me.
That's fine. Okay.
Is there any of these creatures look like dinner?
I mean, you could try and trap some of the small rodent
Gross.
primate thingies. Of course, Lafdul did point out to Higgimus that some of the plants were edible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Higgimus just grab a bunch of the other stuff and you'll be like, yeah, you can eat vegetables for one day, Braxon. You'll be fine. See, these things here that Lafdul pointed out for us.
Lafdul mentions nothing.
I
He murmurs to himself.
used to grow vegetables before I came to Brow. Got nothing against them.
I'll just grab more of the stuff that Lafdul pointed out along the way.
You also have a different digestive system than most of us. That's why I pointed them out to you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right. The rest of the time of the trip, about so you would guess that about 10 hours of traveling time has passed at this point. You guys could continue trying to go farther if you want, or you can set up camp for the night. Night, I say in quotation marks.
I think if we've been traveling for a while, set up camp and then.
Would it start to wear us out more if we went for a little bit longer?
Yeah, probably would.
Okay. Then we probably need to take a break.
Yeah. Let's collect firewood and collect some of these. I'll help Higgimus collect these edible plants.
Okay.
You have, if I recall, some Lafdul prepared a certain spell for camp.
Yeah, no, that was on the following days, not on this one.
Okay.
All right. A strong wind is blowing now. So it might be a little bit more difficult to get a campfire going.
Do we want to hunt for anything?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do we want to?
Because I have a spell that could locate animal, and that'll make it really easy to find something rather than
I
actual
got
trying.
tracking.
Yeah, but you don't need to when you got magic.
Does it locate just animals in general, or does it locate a specific animal, like a pet?
I think
kind
it's
of thing?
locate animal or plant. First level. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Can we just find something that wants to eat us and then eat it?
Well, I mean, for
A
now,
lot of the things that try to eat you are not generally good for you.
for now you can start
I need-
setting up a camp.
I need an example, or I've got to know it's here. So either I can do it for finding plants. I mean, you point me
Cool.
to a plant or something, and I will
That
be able
was for
to
setting up camp.
a load of plants.
Well, okay, so Yeldan, you do find a nice clearing, but the wood around here is still pretty wet from the storm that passed by, and there is a pretty strong wind blowing now. Do you
I
have
think
fire
a storm's
building?
coming in?
Can we
Or-
show?
Or I could use my speak with animals to find if there's any caves or something we can take shelter in, any natural shelters, as well as a water source.
Do I think a storm's coming with the way the weather's?
Do you have weather sense?
No.
Wait, that's a skill?
That's a
Yes.
proficiency, yes.
Yeah, most druids have that.
Lafdul, talk with the animals.
Well, what
Have to find an animal first. I'm
what's the general plan? Do you want me to find? If I find an animal, I can ask it some questions. I can ask it some questions about Higgimus's
I'm tracking
destination. I
I
can
would-
ask it for
Well,
shelter.
people are
I can ask it
yakking
for
away.
water.
Why don't you just do it?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just tracking.
all right. Find an animal.
Ask it if it's tasty.
All right, so first of all, Yeldan has found a not a clearing per se because it doesn't actually open up to the sky, but a spot. It's a little bit higher than some of the other spots around here, and it's not too overgrown. So with a little bit of clearing, you can set up a campfire and stuff like that. Do you guys want to set up a campfire here, or do you want to wait
Yeah, it's a
for Lafdul to speak to an animal, see if there's a cave or something like that?
I
We
think
can
Where's
collect-
my critical success? Come on.
we
I
could
think you
collect-
should go start with it. We can always get rid of the camp.
Yeah, we could start setting up camp while he talks to an animal.
Okay.
We can collect firewood. Braxon wants to check out the trees, see if it's possible for us to sleep up in the trees.
No, not without elaborate
Uh,
methods.
Yeldan has a hammock.
Yeldan could do it.
Oh,
Oh,
Higgimus looks
I'm
at the
used to
trees,
sleeping in
thinks that he
trees,
would probably
though.
break them.
Yeah, Higgimus would have a slight problem getting up into the trees.
not when he was larger.
Oh, not with spider climb.
That's true.
So
Tree might
who
not
is
fruit, though.
going to try to start a campfire? If that's what you guys want to do, do you guys want to start a campfire?
I think Yeldan should work on the campfire since he's a survival expert.
Does Yeldan have fire building?
No.
I don't think any of us ever planned
Hang on,
for
I've
this.
got a flaming dagger. I can just set something on fire. Just
Yeah,
get me the
I have
Braxon-
raw
fire
materials.
building. I have fire building.
Thank you.
Oh, Levitt does.
Leva!
Go ahead and
Leva's our
roll me a
fire builder.
proficiency check, assuming that you're willing to set up the campfire.
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay.
Do you need a check?
Yeah, proficiency
Yeah.
check, please.
Okay.
Okay. It takes a little bit of work to find some dry tinder, and but you do manage to find some. Get some good pieces of wood that aren't too wet, and with a little bit of work shielding your efforts from the wind, you do get a fire going with some stones. You've set it out so that it's not going to spread
Clear
and
the
stuff like
area.
that. Yeah.
Bury
Okay.
it a
Do
little.
I find an animal with my tracking check?
As you're doing that, I assume you're going to come back to me because I need to ask Higgimus a few questions about his dreams, because he's been rather close-lipped about this so far.
All right. Well, Yeldan, you were trying to track some creatures, see if there's anything around.
possibly some good hunting game. I'm not gonna actually do hunting, but
Are you ranging? How far away from the group are you willing to range?
within distance, I can still hear them. Well, yeah, yelling distance.
It's not very far.
Okay.
I see the
Um,
smoke bellowing up.
you don't find a whole lot of small tracks that are visible. Despite the rain, it's not really muddy around, so it's not great for leaving footprints. You do find some small tracks of what you'd guess are birds or something like that. And after a little bit, you do find some fairly large prints of what you're not sure. It's nothing that you've seen before. Although you have heard of large beasts down far south of where you grew up on Toril. It just kind of makes you think that maybe these are kind of similar.
Okay.
A feline, canine, monster,
None of those. Unknown.
But it is a footprint.
It's a footprint, yeah. He
I
finds
think
track.
he's going to eat some of that plant
I'll
stuff that he's been picking up.
Okay.
That's what he's
Well,
going to
I'll
have.
take a. I don't have. I'll have a look at it, memorize it, so I can try to possibly borrow some pen and parchment from. I'd like to sketch it down.
All right, you need to move. You need to hold your microphone closer to your mouth.
God damn it! I had something in place. It just keeps on undoing itself.
Okay, so you're
There.
you're gonna try to copy these down when you get back to camp, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sketch them out. Okay.
So
All right, and Lafdul, you wanted to talk to Higgimus?
Inquire. Yes. Tell me your dreams. Tell me what you see, because I need to translate this into for an animal to might know this location.
All right, I'll give the best description I can do.
All right. Are
Okay.
we just going to hand wave this, so to speak?
Yeah. It's,
I mean, yeah. When I ask an animal, basically I'll relay that and look for shelter, and if there's nearby water source. I just need to find an animal now. I
okay.
need to try and find Yeldan.
when Yeldan gets back and while he's sketching, he'll like say he didn't encounter. He found a lot of small animal tracks. Only one really big animal tracks, and he'll show the track that he's sketching.
Is there anything that flies? That's all.
A lot of bird sounds I've been hearing. So yes.
Ideally, I want to get something that either flies or is like more medium-sized, like a deer. Something that can travel around. It's
Didn't
not
see
like
it-
small.
Didn't see really any good deer tracks.
Like a wolf, a medium-sized animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Braxon-
Something that would take shelter inside a cave.
like I said, there wasn't any tracks.
Alright.
For mostly small stuff.
What was Braxon saying?
Oh yeah. Braxton's going to do a slow patrol around the camp, and if he sees anything that looks edible, he's going to try and kill it. And if he sees anything that looks like it's going to attack us, he'll defend against it.
Okay.
Not gonna then eat it after.
You don't have you don't have the hunting proficiency, do you?
No.
Don't think any of us do. We?
Oh, damn
It doesn't. I'm not saying he's going to be good at it.
No, I got it.
He's going to be on guard, and if he sees like a rabbit, he's going to chase after it.
Now I know what my next non-weapon proficiency is going to be, actually. Because I
Well,
should
yeah,
have
but I-
hunting.
Braxton, don't run too far.
You could, as long as he's within the fire range, you see the fire.
All right. So you guys have the campfire going. Are you just gonna eat rations, that sort of thing?
Yep.
Well, if Braxton
That's
kills a
my plan.
few animals, then no. Then we can cook something.
You just get everyone just doing a vague search around. It might just be pot luck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so the thing is that with like small game, like the things that you've seen so far,
Miles away.
you kind of need to trap them. Sorry.
Can Braxton
Yeah.
not shoot them with arrows?
I mean, you can, but it's a lot harder.
It's a small target. It's like a fourth of your accuracy or something.
And I mean the big. I mean that's why most of the time that people hunt for rabbits and stuff like that, other than birds, They tend to set snares and stuff.
Hmm.
Sadly, I don't have that snare setting proficiency either.
Yeah, if
And how
I
are we
see
going
a
to do
rabbit,
this if some of us want to hunt and get small animals while Lafdul wants to talk to them?
I'm going elsewhere to do this.
Okay.
You don't really see too many small animals that I mean, when you do spot some, they kind of like bolt up trees into little burrows, stuff like that. So
What if I use camouflage while searching it? I've got the spell camouflage.
I don't think that's going to help much.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of need an animal that's not going to be afraid of you, or something else like that.
What? Just
Like the owl that you spoke with on the previous adventure. It wasn't afraid of you because you weren't prey for it and you weren't a predator to it.
Yeah.
But most of the things that you see tend to bolt as soon as it catches sight or wind of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god,
So-
it's gonna eat me!
Yeah.
Jewel sits down at the campfire and produces a small bowl from her pack and a spoon. And as soon as she puts the spoon in the bowl, it fills up with something that looks like porridge.
Magic item. Yep.
That's a nice trick you got there, Jewel.
It'd be nicer if it was tastier.
Does it not taste well?
It's not great, but it works.
Well, at least you have food however often you want.
Pretty much.
So, would it be enough to feed like everybody?
Might be able to feed a few people.
But we got our own food for now. We don't need to strain.
How often does it refill a day?
Well, I only need it when I only use it when I need it. I've never tested its limits.
Ah.
Anyways.
Higgimus has got his veggies.
I mean, my
Oh
rations.
boy.
Yeah, Higgimus, you're getting kind of like cramped. It's not a great feeling.
No.
It's not no. After a few hours of starting to eat some of those, it's not
Braxon
great.
ate some.
Braxon ate some too.
Yeah.
I
because he
assumed
could've
that
told
these
me.
were like leaves or something, stuff that only he would eat, basically.
Well, I mean, what is lettuce but leaves?
Alright, if he wants to eat tree leaves, fine.
Ugh. Think
There's
Lafdul
no
made a mistake? Lafdul's gone, right?
He right now he's out looking for animals to talk to. Yes.
Did he leave his pack here? You can't.
No, I would not have left my pack there.
No, we have to roll to see if he lets back.
I most definitely would not have.
I think that's up to the GM.
No, it's not.
No, it's up to if Lafdul says that he would most definitely not have left his pack.
No, because I knew there might be repercussions from this.
I should have messaged this to Ald privately. My bad.
Yeah. I still would have took my pack with me because I got my scrolls and stuff on me.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I will go outside the camp to relieve myself.
You are not thinking of relieving yourself in my backpack.
Jewel finds herself alone in camp as you
I'm
leave.
still
and
Yeldan's
there.
probably back.
I'm
Yeldan's
still
been
there.
back
Oh,
in
you're
camp.
still
I
there?
never
Okay.
left.
Okay.
I never left.
All right. Seemed like
I'm
people
sitting
were
by the
moving
camp.
their characters away from the center to indicate that they were going out looking for stuff.
No, I didn't realize it. No, I'm sitting around the campfire eating with my wolf.
Okay.
Higgimus
Lafdul
says,
is out, though.
okay, so before Higgimus leaves, he goes, I don't think those leaves are a good idea. And then you'll go take care of his stuff.
Okay. And yeah, Jewel gives you a
Is
rather.
Higgimus going to tell us to Braxon before he eats any more of them?
Well, you said you were off patrolling the outer edges of the camp looking for animals. So
Yeah, true.
no, you're not feeling so great either.
Thanks for poisoning us, Lafdul. That's great.
That's fine. Payback for soaking me.
What did Braxon ever do to you?
No, Brax is just an instant
Collateral
bystander.
damage. Okay, so what are you guys going to do for? That'll work.
So there's 6 of us, unless Jewel wants to take a watch as well. that'd be
If you
7 of
ask
us.
Jewel if she
Oh,
wants,
hang
and-
on. All right, if I can't use my speak with animals, then what about locate animal and plants? Maybe I can find some plant feed. If I find something.
I don't
well,
think.
I mean, you know of some edible plants, because
I
so-
need to see an example
well,
for.
so for everyone, players and viewers alike, Lafdul identified some edible plants, and with his roll, he was able to identify some non-edible plants, and he directed Higgimus towards the non-edible plants. So he does know of some edible plants.
All right, now I will use my locate animal and plants on that plant, and I will just gather a load of food, I guess.
Okay. So you come back with some edible plants that you swear to Higgimus. This time you're not fooling him.
No, I meant these. Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
they were
you
right.
should have ate
You
them.
honestly
Yeah.
picked the wrong ones. They
Oh.
were, the 2 were right.
Yeah, those
beside
make
each
you
other.
sick.
Higgimus,
They're diuretic.
Higgimus, you remember from the situation, the plants that he is showing to you were not anywhere near the ones that he did show to you.
Yeah,
What's
I'll
he
just
showing
put
you
my
now?
eyes at Lafdul.
You're too sick to know the difference right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should trust him.
You can always trust Lafdul. As long as it's not wet.
To screw over the party.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
I removed.
Are you
one
sure
meal
you're not a
from mine.
kinder?
So,
No, Lafdul will quite happily try these first to prove that they're not poisonous.
So do I?
so
assume he already
Higgimus,
had-
Higgimus, you're kind of wondering now if maybe he could be eating some plants that are perfectly fine for elves, but not so good for Giff.
I just won't trust anything Lafdul points out anymore.
All right, so how many watches do you guys want to have?
Does Jewel want to help?
If you ask her, if you put her on a watch, she will do the watch. I'll put it that way.
Okay, so we can split into 7 watches then.
I want to rest fully, ideally, because I need spells.
I
need
I would suggest that the spellcaster. Wait, we've done this before. How long do the spellcasters have to rest?
8 hours.
8 hours. So I suggest that the spellcasters don't
No,
take a
no,
watch.
no, no, wait. It's not that clear, 8 hours.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to be traveling till the morning anyway, so we don't really need to work it out.
I want the spellcasters to get the full amount of rest they need to be able to cast their spells.
Yeah.
I mean, when in doubt,
Well-
just don't put them on watches.
Yeah, I just want
There's
the
enough.
spellcasters.
There's enough for the rest of the party.
Well then, I
Braxon
guess
was going
that
to
means
take.
that means we'll exclude Jewel too, because she's a spellcaster.
Yeah.
But she only casts 1 spell.
So,
She can change her spells to
Oh,
more
true.
appropriate spells. Like I'm
Okay.
changing mine.
Then I think I will take first watch.
Let's just do 3 watches.
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
Alright,
Well,
I won't
Braxon-
change my spells
Braxon-
until the morning.
Braxon had already started going on patrol, but is he fit enough to stay on patrol?
I mean, you're just a little bit queasy kind of thing. I mean, you can still do a watch.
Then I'll
Oh,
do it
yeah,
after
yeah.
Braxton.
Well, I mean, but this is the camp setup time. This is the question is who is on watch when people are asleep. Right now, no one's
Okay.
asleep, so it
Let's
doesn't
just do
matter.
3 watches. Hold on, let's do 3 watches. All right. Ockar, you said you wanted to take the first one, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take the second watch since it's the crediest, and then Yeldan and Braxton, you could take third.
Or we can split into 4 watches.
You're
That's
gonna
not
be waking up
necessary.
at
Four,
camp
watch,
a
well,
lot.
4 watches would be 2 hours each. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
rather than
Okay.
Yeah.
dividing
Yeah.
3 into 8.
Okay. And that's fine. Let's do that then.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take the last one. And by the way, I've set up. Yeldan has set up his hammock in one of the trees. It is sleeping in his hammock.
Okay.
So tempted to rock the knots in the hammock with my ring.
All right. So you guys set up your.
If you pay attention, you'd also notice it's the same hammock from his cabin in the ship.
I don't know that anyone would notice.
No,
That tends to be one of those things that people wouldn't really notice, I think. All right, so you guys set up your camp. Jewel pulls out a tent and sets it up for herself. It's just a single-person tent. Anyone else have a tent that they're setting up?
No.
I don't think any of us carry tents.
Really?
I do, but I didn't bring it.
Why didn't you bring it?
Wait,
Well,
probably
we
why
can
she
carry
didn't
it
agree.
for you.
Why didn't you
This
ask
is
one of us
why-
to carry it for you?
I don't want to sort of assume that Timus will just carry everything for me.
I would have
Could've
carried it for
asked.
you.
You could have asked.
Well,
Yeah, Higgimus will pull out a tent.
so as
And
Jules
said that other people that's not using, that's when Higgimus isn't using it, somebody else can lay in there, I guess.
So you do have a tent. Is it just a one-person tent?
It just says tent, so that's all I have
Gift
written down.
size
Tent.
is probably 2.
Well, it would be 2 for other people, yeah. Of course.
Okay.
That's-
It just says tent. I didn't write down if it was multiple people. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I can always we can always look it up. Do you remember where you got it? Just all
I
right.
think.
We'll take a look in between sessions. This is about the end anyway. All right. So Higgimus sets up his tent, and Jewel is setting up her tent, and as she's doing this, and she's noticing that Higgimus is setting up his tent, no one else is setting up a tent. She kind of gives all of you guys a kind of an odd look, but then
We don't
shrugs
normally
and
camp out-
slips into her tent.
I'm gonna mention we don't normally camp out in the wilderness.
You hear her voice from inside. Well, neither do I, but I still have one.
Yeldan's like, I sleep in a hammock, so
Yeah.
I like the fresh air. It's nice and relaxing.
You're welcome to that if it's not raining, she says from inside her nice waterproof tent.
Yeldan,
Tents.
you get
There's,
fresh. Yeldan, you get completely fresh air in the tent as well. It's not like you build a house with air conditioning and stuff.
Oh, I think it's the large tent,
Oh.
because I think if I remember right, I had to get the large one because the small one wouldn't work for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
there's
look
three
to see.
sizes. There's
I just.
I'll
thought
take a look afterwards to see how many people that can hold both with and without Higgimus.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let me just check something.
Okay. Well, while that is happening, I'll start calculating out the experience
Yeah.
points.
All right. What I would say about the tents is if Braxon can't go in Higgimus's tent when he's not using it, he'll try to tie himself into a tree.
Into a tree.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
So get on a
To a
tree,
tree.
and rope round the tree, tie it round his waist.
That
That's
is
onto a tree.
that is not going to be comfortable. You're not going to sleep well at all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Speaking of which, I was thinking, since I rolled, can I have a good spot for my hammock where it's not getting rained on?
Well, it's not raining right now, so we will see if it rains during your sleep period, the quote-unquote night.
Mhm.
So
I don't, yeah, 'cause I think, note to self,
I
I
was-
need to buy a poncho thing.
I was thinking about using my outer self to fly up and essentially see if I could see any like shelters.
up above the treetops.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now because everyone's set up camp, but it was a thought.
Oh, I mean, you could still do it. I mean, maybe you'll see something that you'd want to push for on the following day.
Oh yeah, I'll get my spell back in the morning. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Just to scout out the area, and if I happen to see an animal,
All right.
a flying bird.
You
Flying
you
bear.
fly up above the treetops, and You, number one, realize that you're not quite on a straight path towards the mountains that you were before. It looks like at some point during the last 10 hours, your party has veered off a bit.
That's good to know.
I'm gonna mention to the others if we are getting ready. I'm gonna say, next time we decide, next time we're in Brawl, I'm buying into a pavilion tent.
Well,
That's really heavy.
So, Lafdul, you don't see anything like obvious that would stand out as shelter for maybe the next time you make camp. You're basically, I mean, you can see where the lake is behind you, and you can see the mountains ahead. But otherwise, it's basically all trees.
Nothing.
There are, I will point this out, there are more types of tents in the Complete Ranger's Handbook.
We can talk about that in
Is there anything of note when I'm flying up?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, not wisdom.
Nope.
I'm just gonna roll 13.
You do see some flying creatures. It's too dark to really make out exactly what they are. Nothing particularly big right around you. But off in the distance, you do see something flying that has to be larger than the things close to you. But exactly what you don't know. But that's about all you can tell.
Oh well.
All right, I'm gonna go back down.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
All right, let everyone know that you seem to be a little bit veering off track.
Yeah, Yep.
Okay.
Are we tending to the right or the left? Braxon says.
Looked like you pulled to the right.
I've heard of this. Right-handed people pull to the right when they're not looking. We'll have to compensate.
I don't know if say he's left-handed, so.
Didn't you roll at the start of the game? See what handed you
No,
were?
I chose. I didn't know you didn't. You don't. You roll it if you want a chance to get ambidextrous, but I think Altset mixed that. So.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is that you're off course, and when you get started the next session, you'll need to figure out getting back on course and everything. All right. So experience points wise, everyone gets Leva gets 1,000 experience points.
Hey.
How come?
And everyone else gets 1,050.
Oh. Just when I was thinking lucky lever.
It's just
Why
for
do we all
easiness.
get 50 more?
Various things.
Yeah.
You did something, I don't
happens.
quite remember what it was, that got you some extra experience points, and everyone else is a warrior. They got experience points for fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. We kill things, we get extra XP.
Yep.
I am so buying us a pavilion tent after this.
Well, when
Pavilion
I get
tent is too
my,
big and heavy.
When
I don't
get
care.
my
I have a
next spell,
mount.
My third level spells create campsite. It'll be able to create a campsite for us with like provisional shelters and stuff.
All right, well, there's that. That'll be beneficial. Anyway, we'll go ahead and call this a session here. We'll come back next time, more tromping through the forest.
Higgimus is going to snore really loudly in his tent.
I bet Jill's got a spell for that.
She probably does.
See ya.
Well, she doesn't apparently use it. So, anyway, yeah, we'll be.
That you know of, it could be just a spell that make it so she can't hear it.
That could be it too. Anyway, we
Hopefully
will
convenient.
pick this up next time, and see you guys then.
Thanks for having us.